Today I'm going to be reviewing these DLY heavy duty work gloves. They're recently sent to me by the brand. And this is what they are going to look like inside. This is going to be the extra large size. So I'm going to see how well they actually do fit. These are going to have like some Velcro on them as well. So that's going to be nice that kind of opens it up to make it a little bit easier for you to get your hand inside. And boy, those extra large are going to be really tight. So I do have larger hands, but even an extra large, man, I would expect most extra larges to fit. That is going to be a pretty tight fit. I can't get my hands to close down on those, but it definitely stretches here across the back. So I'm a bigger guy. I'm like 6'1", 250 pounds. So I am larger. I don't know if they sell anything larger than the extra large on these size, but the extra large for me is going to be pretty tight. And as you can see, it's not like my hands or fingers are like massive or anything. So if you have really big hands, extra large is even going to be a little bit too small. As even with my hands, they're definitely going to be pretty tight. In regards to feeling, they do have a lot of grippiness to them. So you got these grips here that's going to be on there. You also do have these grips onto here. One thing I always like to check is if if it's going to work on like a device. So you can see here that it actually is going to work. I can adjust my Apple Watch here. So these are going to work like on a phone, on a watch, that sort of a thing with the fingers on here. So that's going to be a nice feature. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, so it's not working. Doesn't look like with these other fingers, but it will work with the pointer finger on there. And then I think even your thumb, it looks like. Yep. So you can see here the different tip that's going to be on the thumb and on the pointer finger versus the tips on these other fingers. Looks like it's going to be the same on here. So this one and this one can't work on devices. So you don't have to take your gloves off if you're working in them, or if you're wearing them maybe when you're out riding a bike or something like that. You can still use your phone or your other touchscreen devices with these two, and that will work. And then you do have these more grippy fingers here on these other fingers. So overall, definitely a nice pair of work gloves, just a little bit small on the size.